Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for this monumentous occasion. As an institution that values excellence, resilience, and leadership, we are excited to embark on a new chapter in the history of Norfolk State University football. Before we continue, I will take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. First and foremost, thank you to our president, Dr. J, for her unwavering support and steadfast belief in the vision and future of our football program and the institution. Her leadership and commitment to excellence have been the cornerstone of making today possible. To our Board of Visitors and Cabinet, your guidance, collaboration, and dedication to this university and its mission are invaluable. Thank you for your trust and your role in advancing this important initiative. And then a special thanks to our search firm, Collegiate Consulting, for their expertise, professionalism, and tireless effort throughout this process, as well as our sincere appreciation to our legal team, McGuire and Woods, for their diligence and support in ensuring every step in this process was seamless and successful. This has truly been a team effort, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you all for the contributions to this monumentous occasion. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Norfolk State football, one that reflects our commitment to excellence and our belief in the power of leadership to inspire, transform, and achieve greatness. As we gather here, it is my honor to introduce someone who will lead this program into the future. Today, I have the privilege of introducing someone who truly embodies these qualities, a leader with unparalleled experience on the field, a deep understanding of the game, and a passion for mentoring the next generation of athletes. Michael Vick is a name that resonates with football fans around the world. A dynamic player who redefined what it means to be a quarterback. Michael's legacy includes not only his athletic achievements, but also his ability to inspire and overcome challenges. His journey is one of resilience, redemption, and unwavering commitment to growth, qualities that align perfectly with the values we aim to instill in our student athletes. As a player, Michael revolutionized the game with his record-setting performances and electrifying style of play. Now, as a coach, he brings a unique perspective that few can offer. A deep knowledge of the game at the highest level, a commitment to player development, and a vision for building a culture of accountability and excellence. Mike's leadership extends far beyond X's and O's. He understands the importance of shaping young men into leaders, both on and off the field. His approach emphasizes discipline, teamwork, and character, ensuring that our players are prepared for success in every aspect of their lives. We are confident that under Coach Vick's leadership and guidance, Norfolk State football will not only achieve success on the field, but also create a program that fosters pride and unity within our campus, the 757 community, and the Commonwealth of Virginia. At this time, it is my great pleasure to invite the man of the hour to the stage. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to the 19th head coach of Norfolk State University football, Michael Vick. Join me. Michael. Right here.
Thank you so much.
I'm coming.
Yeah. Dr. J, thank you so much. You're good.
First, we're going to hand you this one. Want to get my picture first? Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Just slide over?
Yes, step up with an axis,
All right.
Yep. All right. You see it on the back. There you go.
So our photographer is the one in the middle. All right. Who's next up? Dr. J, you still up?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Can you take this for a minute? Thank you.
My God, what's up, baby?
All right. Our photographer is one with the hand up.
All right.
Dr. J,
Okay.
I'm off.
Right there. All right. We're good?
Love you too, Ma.
Get down. You said I'm up in this.
We sit right here?
No, you right here.
Okay.
He's gonna get you going.
All right.
All right. I got the whole family.
Oh, y'all can hear me? Oh, wow. That's cool. I start giving my speech now.
You have to just go behind and outside.
It's my beautiful family, y'all.
Yep, step up. Step up. I need you to stay in the middle.
Couldn't be here without them.
Yes, there you go.
Come on, Corey, get right here.
Family stay. Dr. J.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
Key Alpha. Go ahead, man. Thank you, Pop. Thank you. Hey. She graduated from Hampton University. We're gonna hold it against her.
I did.
But we'll take it out. We'll take it out on them at some point.
Have a hold this there for me.
Oh,
Love
my
you, baby.
goodness.
There you go.
Uh-oh, she gonna get in trouble. She is in trouble.
HU forever, baby.
For now.
I'm still proud of you.
Thank
I'm still proud of you. My HBCU family, I love Norfolk State.
Well, that's gonna be a good little household rivalry. Behold. One more time. One more time. Behold. We're going to get used to saying that with authority. Hey, I appreciate everybody who's in attendance today. To be in this space, in this moment, I got to thank a couple people. First of all, I got to thank God. Amen. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I got to thank Dr. J for the conversations that we've had have been very extensive, but she made it clear that she wanted me to be here to be the head coach of Norfolk State. A.D. Webb for being relentless in her search for a head coach to make sure that I ended up on this podium. Senator Aaron Rouse, who made the phone call with Melody to assure we got to this moment to make sure that everything aligned, and it was the perfect fit, and it was. After a diligent search and after going through all the detail, we got to this point. My wife, Kiafa, my mom, my sisters, my son, Coach Raymond, all my friends here, all the guys here who know what it took for me to get here. The tears, because I cried on many of occasions. It was bittersweet. God has blessed me to do some amazing things in my life, and working for Fox Sports was definitely one of the pinnacles of my career. And, it was tough to walk away from that. But this is where I want to be. I was just talking to my high school coach a couple weeks ago, and I told him that, I wanted to be a football coach one day, a couple years from now. And a month later, I got a call from Melody and Aaron Rouse asking me if I would be the coach of Norfolk State. It wasn't the easiest decision to make. You know, I got family that I sincerely care about, that I love. You know, this requires a lot of change and lifestyle. But at the same time, it allows me to serve young men in my community. Football is in my blood. It's always been in me. We're passionate about a lot of things in our life. And for me, football has always been, you know, that safe place, that sanctuary. And so to be here with you guys, to be in this position, in this moment, and I know I should be thanking a bunch of people, Pastor Kelly for being here, being such a mentor, listening to me cry, listening to me smile, watching me smile, knowing how much this moment meant to me. I'll be up here all day thanking everybody, and I know we got a long program and it's gonna be a long day, and I just wanna enjoy this moment. I wanna soak it in with you all, but I also want you all to know that the mantra, behold the green and gold, stands for we see the future in you. And you see the future in me, I see the future in myself, and I hope the young men who we serve, men and women, see the future in themselves. And that's what's most important. So we're gonna make the most out of this. We're gonna win. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna bring in the right leadership, you know, the right people to make sure that when these young men leave this program, they go off to bigger and better things and they continue to dream. And I can assure you of that. I give it 110% effort. If anybody ever feel like I'm slacking and not doing my job, don't hesitate to say it. Because as long as I got this whistle, they gonna know when they doing right and wrong. And if I ever hear a whistle behind me and y'all like, damn, Mike, you ain't getting it done, it'll be a full circle moment because I gave y'all the authority to do that at this moment in time. So thank you so much, Dr. J. Anybody I missed, family, friends, thank you for being here. I love y'all. Bruce Smith, AI, D-Mac, my brother. I love you to death. My son, Matez, who's right here. Let me get off this podium before I start crying. My wife would tell you I'm a very emotional person and, you know, at the right time, but when you cry, you care. And this moment I'll never forget, and I appreciate y'all, and I promise to make y'all proud. Thank you so much for being here.
Come on, everybody. Let's do better than that for our 19th head football coach here at Norfolk State University. Michael Vick, you can be seated really quickly. He said we're going to be here a very long time today. We're not. I promise you that. We're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here and act like it's the 23rd. These are some comfortable chairs.
Oh, very comfortable. I need one of these in my office.
That's where I think we got it from. Coach, I think one of the things that you can say is if you look across this room, as you look at all the individuals who came, the dignitaries, everybody who came, just to say congratulations, it has to feel good to know that you're cared about, especially where you're from.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, man, to look around this room and the support cast. You know, I think in any entity, in any business, you know, it's all about structure, and you know, leadership is everything. But I haven't been a part of any successful operation where it didn't take a team of people. I was part of 11 guys, part of 53 guys that made my life so successful. In my household, I'm a part of 6. You know, there's 5 others that help make decisions, make suggestions, and anything that you're gonna be successful at, you're gonna have to have a great team around you. And so in this moment, you know, moving forward, and all the people I've talked to help me in this space, we've all talked about, you know, having the right leadership. And I can't lead all the time. I need people when when my back is turned or, when I'm trying to get some rest, to be preaching the same message and delivering the same message that I would deliver, with the same type of authority. And I just pray that happens.
Coach, if you look, you mentioned some very, very big names that have come out of this Hampton Roads area that are here to support you today. None of them have come back to the Hampton Roads area to coach. Yeah. You're pretty much the first one out of your generation to come back to university and coach. What does that mean to you to be a coach at one of the Hampton Roads area's finest institutions?
Yeah. It means a lot. When I say full circle moment, I mean it in this sense that as a kid, playing for the Boys and Girls Club, they used to bring us to the Norfolk State games on the weekends. And so, I've always dreamt of playing football on the collegiate level. And so I knew Norfolk State could potentially be one of my options one day. And so as I had a chance to soak all this in and digest it, I thought about my childhood, and I thought about how special those moments were and how much it meant to me as a young man and how much it means to these young men who aspire to do great things. And so, I'll probably flip it, man. It'll be more so about not playing great football, but being the best student athlete that you can be. And, Because that man right there tell you, if I didn't do what I needed to do academically, I probably wouldn't, I can't say because of the route I would have took, because I was going to be good at football regardless of where I went. But from an academic standard, you got to be held to a higher standard. And so that'll be first and foremost. It's that way in my household because my wife preached that. And it'll forever be that way with the group that we create, that we have.
Coach, only 2 more questions, if that's okay.
All right, yeah, this is easy.
Got you. Got you. You came on campus, saw your face, and saw the graphic in the stadium. You've been in our stadium before. You talked about having a conversation with Coach Reedman a month ago, but you were in the stadium maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
My daughter doing a football camp, yeah.
Did it hit you? Did it hit you while you were here that this could be a place you could be?
No, but we talked about it. Like a couple of my friends, CJ who was here, we talked about, like, damn, man, sorry, excuse my language. Time out. No, we was just here, and I was kind of looking around like, man, this stadium is really nice. I could see myself being here one day, but those thoughts come and go. It's like, it'll be ironic for that to happen. And then Coach Raymond and I was just having a casual conversation as I went and visited him when I was home a couple weeks ago, and we was just talking about future plans. And true story, I said, yeah, and one day I want to coach. But that's a story for another day, because I knew he didn't want to hear it. And so, not that he didn't want to hear it, but it was just casual conversation, and it was no room to talk about coaching football. And 2 weeks later, I got a call from A.D. Webb and Aaron Rouse, asking me if I would want to consider being a coach. And what I can say is that, after looking into it and being diligent about the search and what it all entailed, we found that common ground. And I'm so glad I made this decision. It wasn't the easiest decision to make, but like I said, I love the game of football. I love teaching it, and this is just another step and the start of a new journey.
A lot of work you have to do. You have to get on campus. You have to meet the student athletes. I think we have a few here today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but what are some of the things you just want to teach or tell the student athletes before you even see them? Just a little message that you want to send to them before they get here and you meet them.
Yeah, well, I had a chance to talk to them this past Saturday as a team, and it was more so about creating a winning culture. Anywhere I've ever, like I said earlier, played ball or been around a team of people who have found success, we always had a good culture. Andy Reid created a great culture. Mike Tomlin had a great culture. And so I think those are the things that you have to have. It's just the integrity of the sport. And so, you create that culture, you understand the core values and the principles and what you're trying to accomplish, and you got to be stern, you got to be firm and fair, and it's about development. And so understanding that and knowing that, because I had so many pour into me, and sometimes I had to hear the things that I didn't want to hear from numerous people in this section right here, from my mom and my wife, and my coach. And sometimes I didn't like it, but I look back 3 or 4 years later and I appreciated it, or 3 or 4 days later and I appreciate it. And so I just think that's the revolving door of life. You just gotta take criticism with a grain of salt and try to be better.
All right, Mike, what we're going to do now, excuse me, Coach Vick. Let me call you Coach Vick. Yes, sir. Blow the whistle.
All right, baby.
I'll take my laps later,
Yeah.
much later. Listen, what we're going to do now is we're going to take questions from our pool of reporters, which are back in the middle. Alex Limbeck has the microphone. If you have a question, our pool of reporters, we will answer a few of them before we move into our private media session. So now, Mr. Limbeck, we can't see you. There's bright lights in our face. But if you could tell us who's first.
Don't be shy. Be bashful.
Coach Vick, Craig Loper, Sports Director of Wavy TV 10. First of all, welcome home. Congrats. Can you just talk about the timeline, how quickly it all unfolded? You talked about getting the call from A.D. Webb. Your initial thought process to signing, how fast did it all happen, and what was it like going through that process? What did you weigh? What was on your mind most heavily, pros, cons, all that type of stuff?
Yeah, well, I kind of knew the state of the program. I follow all the teams here, and so I knew, the situation. My wife was out the country, so trying to communicate with her was probably the biggest holdup. But I wanted to make sure that she was comfortable in this decision. I know I certainly was comfortable at times, but just had to do my research. And so I think Melody and Senator Rouse, a couple other people, was able to be there for me and assist me in whatever questions that I had. And so by this being home, certainly made it easier in terms of how we'll be able to recruit and go after kids and find a way to change the dynamic of the program and get talent into the program. So all those things weighed a factor. And there was other options out there and more opportunity that was being thrown at me, but I had to look at everything for face value and gaining experience and creating a new culture in my backyard was really the deciding factor. And so, I hope this can be a long-lasting relationship, working relationship, and that's what it's going to be. But it was about a 3-week process in order to get to this point, to be able to sit here in front of you today.
Coach Vick, Mark Davis from WTKR Channel 3 here in Norfolk. Thanks so much and welcome. You've done so much in football. Coaching may be the thing you have the least experience in. Who are a couple guys that you will lean on and you will seek counsel from as you go through this new journey for you?
Yeah, well, certainly all the coaches that coached me, they all reached out and was like, man, you're going to do great. This is going to be amazing for you. We look forward to watching you and watching your development as a coach. And don't hesitate to reach out. So, that came from Andy Reid, Mike Tomlin. The first person I reached out to was Deion Sanders because he's a mentor. We talked about it last year, and Deion was like, I don't know what you're waiting for. You might as well go ahead and get into it. And so he was one of the first people that I called. But a lot of people ask, are you going to be the next Deion Sanders? And I'm quick to tell them, no, it's only one Deion Sanders. His soul, his spirit, the way God created him, he created an amazing man. And Deion is Deion, but I'm Michael Vick, the speaking third person. and so those guys will always be there to bounce ideas off of. Tommy Raymond, who's been around for a long time, know the area. He assisted me with a lot of invaluable information at the right times. And so And then a lot of coaches across the league, college football, who I have a great admiration for, Jim Moore. Those guys are going to be there for me if I ever get into a sticky spot. I can't figure some things out, and then I have the right people around me to assist me as well. And it won't take long to get the hang of it. Before long, I'll be enjoying this and hopefully, trying to celebrate the championship. That's what this is all about.
Mike, Brian Smith with 13 News Now. How important is it that your first assignment as a head coach just happens to be where you grew up at?
Well, it was one of the deciding factors, and I get it. It's a lot more pressure being in your hometown, and I've always thrived off of it. It's not going to go away. I'd rather do it in front of the people that I love and care about than in any other space in the world or any other place. And so, like I said, I understand the game of football. I know the game of football. I got a lot of people around me who share the same, goals and values in football. And so now it's just all about teaching. The only thing is I don't have the ball in my hands. I can't do it. That might be the most frustrating part. But if I find the right guy or guys, that can put the ball in their hands and I can trust them with my team, then we'll be in good hands. And trust me, I will find that guy or guys.
We'll take two more from our pool, and then we'll move on with our program.
Hello, my name is Malik Davis with Hot 91 Norfolk State University Radio. So my question is, can you talk about the importance of coming to a HBCU to coach? The importance of it.
Well, it's really important. Like, I understand the value in being at a HBCU. The fact that it's in my hometown makes it even better. And so it's a great admiration for HBCUs. The NFL has numerous partnerships with HBCUs, and so I think it shows that people care. You got these big-time Division I programs where they got all these amazing things, bells and whistles, money, and they tend to forget about the HBCUs and the schools that have the same type of prominence. And so to be at a star here wasn't even by design. So it wasn't like we planned it out. The opportunity presented itself. So I think that was just an additive to all this, to be able to, coach at HBCU. And I'm pretty sure that standing in front of you and taking on this position, I think that makes people proud as well. So it definitely makes me proud. Sure. You already know, big bro. Big bro.
Yes, hello, everybody. My name is Samori Benjamin. I'm from New York City, WBAI, WHCR Radio. I went to Norfolk State. My first semester here was the fall, '99. That was the year you led Virginia Tech to the national championship game, undefeated season. And, I watched all that, and it was inspiring, very inspiring. And I just want to congratulate you. This is a beautiful day. And like I said, man, you became my favorite athlete of all time, and it started because I was watching you here at Norfolk State at the Twin Towers. So my quick question to you is, when you were coming up, did you ever consider going to a HBCU, and what do you think it would take to get the top black athletes to come to a HBCU right now?
I took it into consideration. As a young man, it's kind of hard, back in our day, as you know, Alan, man, it was kind of hard for us to get in. We had all these requirements and criteria, and sometimes our focus was just really about sports, and we tended not to pay attention to what was going on in the classroom. So I had to take HBCUs, I had to take Norfolk State into consideration if it didn't go as planned, and so. It wasn't a knock on an HBCU or Norfolk State or any other school. It was just like, if that's the route I have to go, then that's the route I have to go. But as a young man, I think for any athlete in here, we told you got to go to major college programs and to the big time schools in order to get to the platform where we dreamt of going. and that was to the NFL or NBA or any, professional sport. And so that was our focus. But I can assure you, if you talk to us behind closed doors, we probably had a backup plan that, or another road that we could travel to get to where we wanted to go. I get to be a part of, the growth process of these young men and how they develop. And hopefully we'll develop relationships with them that'll last for a lifetime, and that's what it's all about.
Mike, Craig Lover, Wavy 10 again, just right back here in the back. What's your message to Spartan Nation? I'd imagine you want to see that stadium packed. I've been around about 4 years now. It hasn't been packed, right? Except for a few games here and there. Yeah. What's your message to this fan base and why they should come out and support this team moving forward?
My message is, look, turn up and turn out. Turn up and show out, man. We turning the corner. It's a new day. We want to look at it as that. We're not cutting any corners. We're not taking no shortcuts. We're not ducking anybody running. We're going to be right there front and center. We're going to prepare just like everybody else. We're going to be focused just like everybody else. We're going to be detailed. And I'm making sure that my coaching staff, lead these young men in the right direction. Every opportunity that they have to spend with our guys, that they're making the most out of every minute. And look, there's going to be times where we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be times where it's going to be super serious. And as long as they can understand the distinction between the two, when it's time to grind and when it's time to, have our moments where we can laugh and have some humor, then we will. But man, it's going to be a great ride, and I'm so excited to be in this position with my family, friends, mom, dad, brother, constituents, Senator Rouse, AI, Tommy Raymond, John Early, all these people who came together to make this happen. I appreciate y'all, man. And so, I know I'm gonna get used to seeing a lot of y'all. Rightfully so. That's what it's about. Let's get the media coverage going and let's go turn up and win some games, man.
2 more questions. Coach did.
Hey Coach, Jack Lowe, Fox Sports 1310 right here. A lot of the local schools around here, I'd say, haven't done a very good job at retaining the 757 recruits or just the recruits in the state of Virginia overall. Is that something that you're going to be interested in doing, trying to keep these recruits home, get them to the HBCU, and play at Norfolk State?
Well, that's at their discretion. I think there's a lot of young men who will, appreciate the opportunity to come play here at Norfolk State. And like I said, it's an opportunity to create your own legacy, so to speak. So I'm gonna be candid. Some of these guys might not be here for 4 years. They might only be here for 1 year or 2 years because opportunity's gonna knock if you play good football. And that's what I expect them to do. But in the process of doing that, that should equate to winning for us and for us going really, really far. So you gotta go out and earn it. But it's enough, it's enough kids out there for everybody. And we just gotta get the best of the best.
Last question, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, David.
You mentioned, as of right now, it's about money. Do you think that you will have the resources here at Norfolk State to acquire the best talent and the talent to get to a celebration bowl?
Well, I'm not gonna make this about money. We're gonna make it about teaching. We're gonna make it about giving them the proper skills required to outdo the competition. And where we at right now, if that's what it calls for, we'll find, the right resources. We have the right collective. We are making strides. We have the resources, creating the resources. We have community leaders and people and donors who understand what moving forward with this program is all about. And so, we're not gonna base it around that. We'll get there when the time is right. But now it's about attaining the kids that we have, keeping them on board, and finding ways to win football games. So, all of it come. And I appreciate the process and what it's gonna take, but man, it's gonna be fun.